welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are focusing on probably the biggest temptation in online shopping, that shiny new e-commerce site.
Yeah, the ones offering just ridiculous discounts.
Exactly, like our fictional example, Flashsalefiesta.com. We're basically shortcutting the research you need to do to figure out if these sites are legit or if they're just, well, sophisticated scams after your money.
Right. And in this age of, instant everything, having a clear checklist before you even think about clicking buy is just essential. We've pulled together the key stuff from our sources.
The most effective red flags.
The immediate ones, yeah, the ones you need to spot right away.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Our sources lay out some pretty definitive tests. Let's start with what you see first. The look, the feel, the sort of external vitals.
The external vitals test. And what's interesting here is a really sleek, expensive-looking design. That's often a trap.
Oh, right. So don't just trust the fancy graphics.
No, don't focus on the site's beauty. Focus on its presence elsewhere. The most valuable thing you can do here is check outside the site itself.
So like Google the brand name.
Exactly. Google it, look on Instagram, YouTube, Google Shopping. If you find absolutely zero organic presence, no social media buzz, no real customer posts.
Nothing.
That is a major red flag. If the brand basically only exists on its own website, it probably doesn't really exist at all.
Okay, that's a big one. I've heard that slick design can sometimes hide insecurity. What else visually gives them away? Product images, maybe?
Yes, look really closely at the photos. Scam sites often just steal images.
How could you tell?
Check for signs like missing brand tags, maybe, or blurry watermarks that look like they've been half removed. Or sometimes the pictures just don't give you clear details, like different angles, size options, color variations. They scrape good images, sure, but they rarely have the actual high-quality inventory to back it up.
Okay, so the looks can definitely deceive, but the underlying structure, maybe not so much. If they spent time making images look good, where might they have cut corners?
Good question. That brings us to the next part. The technical and legal deep dive. Looking under the hood, basically.
Right. Checking the site's bones.
Exactly. Start with the footer. Scroll all the way down. Look for basic legal information.
What specifically should be there?
Well, is there a company name? Detailed terms and conditions. A privacy policy you can actually read and verify. If that stuff's missing, it signals a real lack of identity. Why so secretive,
But hang on, couldn't a missing privacy policy just be, well, sloppy? Maybe it's a small, legitimate shop that just overlooked it?
That's fair. It could be an oversight. But when you see it alongside other red flags, then it becomes pretty damning evidence. Plus, think about it. A site asking for your payment details has to protect them. So you absolutely need to check for the SSL padlock in the address bar.
A little lock icon.
Yeah, it means the connection is encrypted. If your browser flags it as not secure, just leave, seriously.
Yeah.
You'd essentially be typing your credit card number out in plain text. That's a massive security failure.
Total deal breaker. And what about the prices themselves? Our source mentioned something about weird consistency.
Yes. Notice if every single item, whether it's a simple scarf or some complex electronic gadget, is priced exactly the same, maybe ending in 99, like $29.99 or $59.99 across the board.
Why is that consistency bad?
Because it's unnatural. It suggests they aren't tracking actual inventory costs or different product values. They're likely just using a script, a template, to generate all the listings. Too consistent, too cheap, probably fake.
Okay. Pricing looks sketchy. The tech checks might be failing. What happens when you actually try to buy something? That takes us to the transaction and social proof test.
Right. Be super vigilant here. If you add something to your cart and it immediately tries to push you to pay, like really fast.
High-pressure sales tactics.
Yeah. Or if it suddenly redirects you to some unknown third-party payment page before you've even confirmed shipping details or seen a final total, that's really sketchy behavior. Legitimate sites want you to feel secure all the way through checkout.
Makes sense. And social proof the reviews. How do we tell real customer feedback from, fake stuff?
You got to look for actual evidence. Ignore those reviews that are just glowing 5 stars with generic names and repetitive praise.
Like great product, a plus seller, repeated 50 times.
Exactly. Look for real testimonials, maybe linked to social profiles. Look for verified user photos showing the actual product. Or unboxing videos. If all the proof is only hosted on their own site and looks kind of generic, be suspicious.
And this connects back to checking the site's history, right? Using a domain lookup tool.
Absolutely. Do a quick domain lookup. WHOIS search, something like that. If the site selling supposedly high-end stuff was just registered, say, 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
maybe in another country, using anonymous registration details, that short history screams, burn and churn scam. They pop up, grab some cash, and vanish. You need to see a verifiable track record.
Right. So we've kind of cut through the noise here, giving you an essential toolkit for shopping online more safely. Keep these red flags handy next time a deal looks unbelievable.
Yeah, the main takeaway really is verify the company's reality, its track record, outside of its own flashy website.
Trust your gut, yes, but back it up.
Trust the data. Does this site have a life, a history, beyond just its sales page?
Okay, let's wrap up with a final provocative thought for you, our listener, to explore. Imagine a site passes all these technical checks. It's got the SSL padlock, seems to use legit payment portals like PayPal or Stripe, but it only offers really vague delivery promises, no specifics on warehouses, no shipping partner details, no tracking info mentioned up front. What is the single most valuable piece of information you are still missing to truly confirm its legitimacy?